Are you looking to move to the greater Grand Strand area? Maybe you're looking for an HOA that's going to have it all. Maybe something that's got close highway access, so you're a little bit more rural, but also only 15 minutes away from everything that you want. Well, I've got the perfect community for you. So I'm sitting here in a brand new Ryan Homes community out in the Conway area. There is so much to offer, and I want to show you at the end the biggest perk here with their HOA. So we've got two different collections. So I'm going to walk you through our floor plan of each, point out some differences just to show you what makes each collection unique. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in and get started. I'll show you where we're located here on the map and then dive into the homes, and we'll talk about some pricing at the end. So let's get started, y'all.
Here is going to be our general overview of the area. Of course, 501 coming in. So this is going to be off Highway 22 and then 90. So 90 kind of runs parallel to the beach in 17, and then 22 will drop you out here at the Arcadian Shores area, but also take you in towards the Aner area there off 501. So zooming in, if y'all are familiar with Oberon Woods, which we've explored in the past, it is off of Old State Highway 90 as well. So can't really see it here on the map because the roads are so new. So switching over to the satellite, right here we've got Copper Point by Ryan Homes. So it does sit across the street there from Sun Outdoors, which also used to be known as Carolina Pines. It is kind of like an RV travel park. A lot of locals come and do like staycations there. So it's a place where people really come vacation, and it's just got all this parking, and then, they got their pool amenities. So you might hear a teeny bit of noise from that, but otherwise it's a really quiet area. So they've got their 4 model homes that are going to be located right here. These 2 are going to be their lifestyle collection, and these 2 are their core collection. So we'll go through one of each, and then I'll point out some differences. And they've got all of this area that they're working on developing. So I'm out here filming this June of 2026. So there's a good handful that they have sold under contract that they're working on framing out. And hopefully going to be pouring the slabs and starting on those here soon. So you'll see some of them have a little backing towards some water in the pond. There's going to be the 4-foot aluminum fences that you'll have to have, but you've got some other ones in here that you can do like a 6-foot vinyl privacy fence. So right now, this is woods back here. I can't promise you it'll always stay woods. I do think there is going to be some more development. I think over here is going to branch out, and then this will be developed into a next phase. Can't promise you that because things can always change, but those are my theories. So you're about 30 minutes to the airport, maybe about 15, 20 minutes to the beach, depending on where you want to go. So there is a proposed Walmart neighborhood market somewhere over here off of Highway 90. I'm thinking it's to the left of Bistro 90, but I'm not 100% sure. A lot of these times they're rumors, but I have seen it on the news where it was approved. So your main shopping area would be just getting on 22 and ending out here at those Tanger outlets. There's the Walmart Supercenter, and then you've also got a Kroger over here. So you've got a lot of different options. There's also some Dollar General stores off of Highway 92, which make it convenient if you just need to run out for one thing or two. So we're outside of one of 2 of their core collection homes. So you've got the Anderson, which has their sales center inside and also design, and then also one of their other popular Palladia floor plans. So got a lot of character here on the outside. You've got some beautiful stone work on the front. I love how these columns, they start wider and then they go up a little bit more narrow towards the top. So you've got a good little space here for some front porch sitting, which is very southern. And the entryway here is huge. So if you're moving a bunch of furniture in there, something like that, you've got a good bit of space to work with. Just entered inside the Palladio floor plan. So you've got a really deep hallway. They have it really nicely designed as well. So you'll notice up above there is going to be crown molding throughout the house. So this is going to be standard on their core products. So you got this cute little bump out. It works perfectly for a little table there. You could put a lamp. So it's a split bedroom almost down here. So we do have our first guest bedroom
On the front of the house, what I really like too is the extra windows that you're getting on the front. So typically you're getting one or two, depending on the builder, but it just lets in a ton of natural lighting. Got good size closet as well. So this one you can build in a 2-story. We are just checking out the ranch version of it today. You can also, with the 2-story, add the upstairs that has the loft with the additional bedroom and bathroom. So this is very Jack and Jill style here with the guest bathroom. There's a lot of doors going on, so if you're not a huge fan of doors everywhere, this might not be the best one, but it's great. You get a linen closet in here. And so like I was saying, you get different packages. So this is going to be one here with the white quartz countertops, the white cabinets. So everything is going to be soft close, the drawers and also the doors. So in the bathrooms, the kitchen, everything is soft close. This is the second of the 2 guest bedrooms, again Jack and Jill style. So we just came through the bathroom. 2 windows here on the side. Typically you're only finding one, so it's a really great perk. They do frame out the windowsill, so there's no molding around all of the windows, but it does still give you that nice edge, and just your standard closet as well. So if you wanted, you could make this into a flex room, so it would close off this wall here and then open it up here in this doorway area. So we're back out here into the hallway that we came in. This is going to be the garage entry and drop zone area. So here, looking at the drop zone, this is an addition if you want when you build it, but it's nice to have those little hooks and the cabinets down there at the bottom. You also have your tech closet here. You can also put your broom, your vacuums, stuff like that in here, or if you have a couple coats you want to leave, you can do that as well. And then somewhere in the house, you will find your AC unit and water heater. Here they have it downstairs off the garage. So still elevated here with the drip pan, and this just helps for better performance on your heating and cooling system. So a lot of builders are switching over that to be a little bit more energy efficient. So moving over to the garage, which is nothing overly crazy. It is taped and mudded, so they're going to call it what it is, paint ready. So if you wanted, you probably need to sand a little more, but grab a bucket of paint from Lowe's and go to town. What's really cool is instead of having the water heater here in the garage, you've got this extra space. You can use it for storage. If you want to get a golf cart, you could always put one in there too and have storage for it. Not really many places to go around here on your golf cart, but the community pool or pickleball courts would be quite nice if you did have them. And then moving down the foyer, you enter on the one side to your kitchen, dining, and main living room area. But I'm going to sneak us over here on this wing first. So typical laundry room, washer dry hookups. You get a little shelf above. And then you have your primary bedroom. So you've got a tray ceiling in here. So this core line product has a lot more upgrades than your more budget-friendly lifestyle collection. What's cool about this is the amount of windows. You could put the bed here. You could put the bed on this wall. You have a lot of options, and this is a good-sized king bed in here. So moving over into the primary bathroom, it has the window in the middle, which makes it perfect if, us ladies are getting ready, getting our makeup on. So you've got some natural lighting, but you've also got that double vanity, but it's split in the middle, so it just really kind of adds some extra character. Plus you get drawers and the cabinet space. You've got the shower. This is what they call like the Roman style shower. So you get 2 shower heads. If you want it, go for it. It's an upgrade if you wanted it. Otherwise, you just get your traditional single shower head. But you do get the glass. That was very loud. The glass door here, and it's got the nice little ledge on the entire back side. All right, we're not going to be opening any more of those. So there's a door here. It's just not shown here in the model, but it connects to the toilet room and then also your linen closet. And then I've noted in some videos too, some people have a preference on whether they like their closet to be off of their bathroom or if they like it completely separate. Some people think it's a little strange. Maybe the humidity from the shower is going to come in the closet. It's very common, not really an issue. There's typically always an air vent, but you've got a really good size closet here. So moving along right out here to the kitchen, what I noticed first in one of their other models is how they do their best to match the outlets, the plates on them, to match whatever the island color is. So the other one has more of a wood finish. This one's like this darker navy, but you've got so much countertop space and cabinet space. So comfortably, they fit 4 good size bar stools here. So great for entertaining. They are showing it with a refrigerator. However, that is going to be on your own. And then you're not seeing your typical standard kitchen with the range with the microwave above. So in this core collection here, this is what you're getting. You're getting the more gourmet look, and then you get the built-in microwave and wall oven. What's really cool too is this one's actually at a really good height. So when you're pulling a bowl of hot whatever out of the microwave, you're not spilling it all over you. And then they've got the oven down a little bit lower. So again, everything in here is soft close. They even have the trash can pullouts here for you as well. Nice matte black finishes on a lot of this. Corner pantry. So nothing crazy going on in here, but I like this little side area. You can make this like a little coffee bar if you wanted. Got great space, and then it flows here into the dining room and also the living room. So it does have a designated light above this if you wanted to put more of like a chandelier or a more defining light fixture for this spot. So good amount of space. I mean, they've got 2 full-size sofas in here. You can put a big section length, put some recliners, and then they use this back wall here as the main media wall. So really great space for entertaining. You've got the kitchen, dining, living room area, just everybody that can be in one spot together. So on this floor plan, what I love most is the length of this patio. So we've got a 22-foot long patio that extends all the way. So a covered porch is standard. You can get it screened in if you would like. They've got the little puck lighting already in there. It does back up to the primary bedroom, but no worries because it is a really nice, good space. So I'm sure with architectural approval from the HOA, you could always enclose this if you wanted. If you wanted an extra little sunroom, you've got a lot of options. So fairly quiet out here. This is going to be backing up to one of their ponds. And then over here on the right side, which is the main entrance into the neighborhood, that is that RV resort that I was talking to you about. I mean, every now and then you hear a little bit of noise, but nothing crazy that you wouldn't already hear from your neighbors here in the neighborhood. So again, you can build this as this ranch style, or if you want another bedroom, bathroom, and loft space upstairs, you can do it as a 2-story option. But lots of great space, and then we'll head over into one of their lifestyle collection homes. So moving over, we are going to the lifestyle collection. So this one is going to be the Grand Cayman floor plan. But what I love about this is even though it's more of their budget-friendly collection, you still get this option here for that beautiful stone accent. So if you're looking for something like that, but maybe a little bit less price point, this could be a really good fit. The front door is inset a little bit, but we'll take a look inside. Walking into the Grand Cayman, you're going to notice an immediate difference. There is not that huge long foyer like we were just in. So coming off here to the right side, this would actually be your garage entrance. We can just picture that there. Right now it's doubling as their sales office. So you've got your tech closet over here with the air handler in there. And then you've got your first of the 2 guest bedrooms off to this side. So a little bit, more budget friendly. So we've got just the single window. All of these little things just kind of help keep that cost down. So again, some finishes are going to be different as well. There's also a light in there. I just did not turn on for y'all. So we've got the LVP here in the main rooms. You've got the carpet in the bedrooms. Again, if you were to build, you could upgrade some of these things too. You're looking around like $338 if you were to fully load this house out. So right over 1,500 heated square feet. So just the single bowl vanity. You got your little prefab tub shower combo. And then you've got your other bedroom on the opposite side. So all the bedrooms are kind of more private, so you're not really sharing any common walls with anybody. Still a really good amount of space. And again, just a fun little closet. So there's no crown molding here in that foyer either. And then we kind of move over to the living space. So it's a little bit untraditional. I feel like living space is typically in the back rather than the kitchen, but everything is just very big and open. So, I mean, again, we've got two of the big size couches plus a chair in here, and they've got space for end tables. So really good area, especially for entertaining. And then you've got a good size dining room, so you can easily get a bigger table in there if you really wanted to. That one already seats 6, which in my mind is a lot. So some differences here are you're going to get your more standard style kitchen. So you've got the slide-in range with the microwave above rather than the wall-mounted one that you would get in their core collection. What is cool though is you're still getting a backsplash option here. So not soft close, not for the drawers or the cabinets, but however, that is something you can easily buy on Amazon if you're halfway handy and kind of replace over time. One of my always favorites is the window over the sink. I just think it's nice to look out. And then coming around here, got a pantry, which is also a really good size. This one already has snacks in it too. And then back this hallway, we are going to have the primary bedroom. So another little closet. Not really sure what you would want to put in there, but it's always an option. And then we have the main laundry room. So very similar. And then, like I said, the water heaters are on sides. So this one is in your laundry room. I personally think it's a wee bit of an eyesore. I think if the builder could somehow forego this closet, wall this off right here, and have it like doors in here, I think it would be a genius idea. Just so you don't really have to look at it. But again, I just sell the houses. I don't build them. So these are just my thoughts. So we got the primary over here. Nice 2 bedrooms. And a lot of times they do put these king size in here just to really show you how you can fit that space. So good size end table on each side with space. A little window there in the bathroom. And what's cool too is this builder has the light fixture still over the vanities. So some have put them in the ceilings where they come down as a cam light, which I don't love as much. I think this adds a little bit more character. But you're still getting a door and also a drawer, which I feel like is really kind of strange on vanities because a lot of them are just 2 double doors. So gives you a different option there for storage. So you've got the prefab shower rather than the tiled one like we saw in their core collection, and then you don't really have any privacy for the toilet, which some people don't care at all. They've got the closet separated too, but it's a really good deep closet. I mean, you can even double up those racks too and get a lot more space. So we'll cruise around to the back. And again, what your finishes look like depend on which collection you get. There are some that are kind of included in the price, and then some that have a little bit of an upcharge. So we've got a covered back patio. They've got it screened in here, but it's a good size. This one kind of butts out from the house, whereas the other one kind of laid flush with the other side. So good size though. I mean, they've got a really nice kind of set in here. But it shows you a good depth of the yard. So a lot of the lots in this collection are going to be a little bit skinnier, but they're 100 feet deep in the back. So you've got a lot of space. And I think you might be able to see, we'll go right there, is that little tag for where the property line ends. So you've got a good amount of space to, I mean, if you wanted to put your pool in, you could. They're also putting a community pool, but space for a little playground set for some kids, maybe for the dogs to roam. You've got a lot of good space. And then your neighbor's just over there, so you're not too terribly close. So some good spacing. And again, you can put up a fence. You can do a 6-foot white vinyl privacy fence if you're not on a pond. If you're on a pond, you have to do the 4-foot black aluminum. So some great options. And then this would be the Cayman. This collection here starts around $299. And like I said, fully loaded out, you're looking at around a $338 on this home, kind of as it's seen here in this model.
So we're going to jump over here and move into pricing. So the first house that we walked through was this Palladio Ranch here. So it starts at, honestly, rounded up to $400,000, and then some of the base price goes all the way up to $490,000. That again is going to be their biggest floor plan. I mean, you're sitting at 4 bedrooms. You can easily get 6 into that house, and you can do a 3-car garage. So keep in mind too, this is all going to be hardy plank siding. You're getting irrigation included, and also gutters as standard on all of these homes, which I feel like is really great. Irrigation is a huge one, especially since they are going to be taking care of your yard, which is very rare here in the area. So we're going to talk a little bit about this ranch style that we were in. I kind of pointed out some of the upgrades as we walked through. So roughly on any of these homes that you're building in this collection, you can estimate around $40,000 to $50,000 you might spend in upgrades. If you like a little bit higher end finishes, you could go up more, or if you wanted all LVP through the home, that would have a little bit more cost too. The on-site agent said he's seen people go up to $80,000, but that is going to be truly with all the bells and whistles. So on average, lot prices are running anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000, which I feel like is incredibly affordable compared to some of the other builders here in the area. So on their interactive floor plan, you can kind of pick and choose the different options if you wanted that into a flex room, which this flex room is actually standard in the 2-story version of this. So that would be the flex room. You could change it into the bedroom if you wanted to. However, you do get that full 2nd bedroom upstairs with the bathroom with the loft and this really great little mechanical storage room. So they've got to put the air handler up there, but it's more climate control, so it's more energy efficient on your system. But this gives you a ton of space. You can stick that Christmas tree up there, all your decorations, rather than having those garage pull down attic stairs. Another thing I note again, it doesn't show, well, you don't get it in the 2-story one, but you do get it in the single story, that extra space in the back where you could put a golf cart or have some additional storage. So whether you get it here or upstairs, you still get a good abundance of storage here in this home. So this core style of homes, they all have 9-foot ceilings. Again, everything's going to be hardy plank, and then they're going to have different elevations, which is the front exterior. So some might have a front porch, some might not. They typically show the model homes on site with all of the upgrades, so you can kind of get that front porch feel. So moving over to online, they have it as their ranch style. In person, they're going to call it their lifestyle collection. So these are a lot more budget friendly. So these are really starting at $285, going up to $330s. The Grand Cayman has been their most popular so far. And that was the one that we walked through with kind of all the bedrooms that are away from each other. So you can add that covered porch in the back, which I would highly suggest doing it with the builder if you do choose to build. Get a little laundry tub in there if you wanted as well. So another comparison to the other collection is These are only going to have 8-foot ceilings, so you might notice a difference if you start in the others and then come to this, but you still have the smooth ceilings, you've got nice open concept, so all of this really does not feel any smaller or any more closed in than it would the other collection. So some great options in here. They've got a 4-bedroom also if you want something like that, or if you're just looking for more dainty living, you can get a 2-bedroom, and that could be plenty of space for you. So going back to their main site, we're going to talk a quick bit about the HOA. So this is their proposed amenity center, and it's going to be right at the end of phase 1. So when I was driving by, they were pushing dirt to start working on this. So hopefully they can get that underway sooner than later. So they're going to have the pickleball courts, the pool. There's going to be a little pavilion area. There's going to be a community garden. And in the HOA, it's going to be $194 a month, which I know sounds a little high, but you're also going to get your trash pickup and all of your lawn care. So you're never going to have to worry about mowing your grass ever again. Even if you fence it in, make sure you get one of those big gates that the mowers can get in, and they are still going to mow your lawn. So I know a lot of folks moving here to this area are very concerned about lawn care because, they want to live that retired lifestyle. They want to be closer to the beach and just not have a lot to worry about. So that you don't have to worry about here in Copper Point, which is such a huge selling point for this neighborhood. So did you enjoy the community as much as I did? It's such a nice, quiet, remote location, and I do think that they really have a lot to offer, and I think once the community is fully finished, it's going to be a true little retreat back here. So happy to help answer any other questions that you might have about this community. Always remember, reach out to me. I can help represent you on any of these purchases, and always remember, anybody on a site works for the builder. So it's always great to have your own protection and representation when going to buy in any sort of new construction neighborhood. So this one is a little doomy and gloomy day that I was out here on, but in the beginning you could see there that there's little sidewalks in front of the model, so it's going to be a nice walkable community for everyone. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. Let me know what questions you have, and we'll see you next week in our next video. We'll see y'all.